Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today you are going to see two best games which we had with 268 version 5, and it is absolutely amazing tank. I lately finished marking it. I truly enjoyed playing with this vehicle, and it's pretty much the hybrid T10 and 268. Pretty much this is how it looks like. The platform of the T10 aka tier 9 heavy tank, and the turret with a bit of the cow genes, if we can say so, the French Foch, right? Gun is absolutely amazing, 750 alpha damage. It's pretty damn accurate as well. This is very important thing to highlight. And you will see once again the two best games which I had with this vehicle, okay? It is super duper hyper turbo important to say that those are not the live games. Those are the battles which we crafted while marking this tank. I played over 200 games with this vehicle, so I'm pretty sure I know what I am saying. And in the same time, what I really want to say for you fellas, if you want some more content of this disgusting mother trucker, check out the extra channel, aka Skill4ltu Extra. You are going to see highlights and stuff, right? Aka the lower tiers if you are into that, live games, right? And in the same time highlights of the tanks like 268 version 5, because I have plenty of the footage from this vehicle, so I hope it is going to be entertaining for you. It's going to be released either today, either tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, let's teleport right into the action, and I believe games are going to be pretty good, okay? Let's go. And this is the best game which I ever had with this vehicle. Speaking about the raw damage, right? Like I said in the intro, I truly like this vehicle and I can appreciate this tank. I think it is kind of, it is very good combination between the heavy tank and tank destroyer, so in a way you are not too afraid to play aggressively, and in the same time you are not made out of paper as Grille is. Now, speaking about the stats, 750 alpha damage, 303 millimeters of penetration, 950 shell velocity. You know, shell velocity is definitely not the finest. Meanwhile, you have 395 millimeters of penetration with a gold ammunition, so you are shredding everyone, although your shell velocity is decreasing quite a bit. But once again, whenever you are playing from the close distance, this shell velocity is not that important, and it doesn't really matter, to be completely honest with you. At least that's what I think. Anyways, let's check it out how the things are looking like on the corner. We arrive to the typical position, and from now on we are going to have a great time. Please keep this in mind. This game is pretty much perfect game, and games like this are happening only once in a while. You cannot expect to have this kind of situation which we are going to have every single time. But this is the way how you are completing the tank destroyer mission as well. Anyways, I am simply waiting until MX will try to peek. Beautiful peek by MX. Thank you very much. 800 damage. First snack of the day. 2 minutes into the game and we did one shot, but obviously what we need to keep in mind, it's taking some time to get into the position. Obviously I am smelling good things, so what I am doing, I am going to play a bit more aggressively, and I'm saying hello for STB. And you know what? Summertime, fellas. Summertime. This STB. He had such a great time. And once again, like I said before, it is kind of one of the one of a kind game, right? So as you can see, RNG is definitely on our side. We are spanking the STB, he's being lit on fire. We are spanking someone else, we are penetrating our shots, and we are just showing the dominance all over the place. Meanwhile, I can see the Type 4 heavy sitting in this area. You know what that means? That means he will shit his pants in 3, 2, 1 now. Obviously, I loaded the gold ammunition since we are dealing with a Type 4 heavy. There is no reason not to. Meanwhile, he managed to throw his shot. I see this ISM, but I really do not care about this gentleman, and I want to farm this Type 4 heavy. And Type 4 heavy is not enjoying himself. Speaking about not enjoying himself, he's getting spanked for 600 and he is pretty much dead meat. I see that ISM, but I feel like shooting that ISM is not the best idea, and the main reason being is because he's kind of down to fartable, you know. This is the most important thing what I want to say, and it is he simply doesn't have HP, but as you can see, Liberty is ignoring this poor gentleman, so I'm just simply eliminating him from the game. And yes, I could potentially hit Panzer to get like extra good shot, but you know, it is how it is. Sometimes you need to finish off the guns, and sometimes you need to do, let's say, unpopular decisions. Meanwhile, we loaded the heat ammunition to deal with a Panzer, but Mr. Love decided to go sideways. So since Love is going sideways, I mean, what do you want me to do? I just simply need to shoot him and enjoy myself. Meanwhile, we are about to reload. That's good. We can do some smart trades. We are going to spank his lower plate. Beautiful. And once again, since we are dealing with a Panzer, we are not taking any risks whatsoever, and we are going with a poor Love. Poor Love. Such a poor Love, fellas. Meanwhile, Panzer eliminated our Liberty from the game, but that's okay. We are feeling great. And I think this Liberty was baboon. When I'm looking into this, I think it is very clear he was a baboon. By the way, just to let you know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, in this 5 minutes we are sitting on 7,000 damage. Did you felt it? Because I didn't. It went just like so, and I literally haven't felt it. I was just talking about the weather, and we are already sitting on this kind of score. So this is pretty damn impressive. But once again, those games are happening once in a while for everyone, but definitely not that often. We cannot say, oh yeah, I have games like this every second game. No, it's just not how World of Tanks works. Also, one more thing, you saw the prediction of the ISU. I was saying ISU is not spotted. What is the chance ISU is sitting in this position? That's what I literally said on the stream, fellas. And as you can see, ISU is down. Okay. At this point, we can try to flank them, and at this point, we can try to eliminate them from the game. I would love to spank the Grille, but as you can see, Grille doesn't really have that much of HP left, and we want to eliminate the Panzer from the game. Panzer is dead. Tank Destroyer 15 mission kind of completed, if you would ask me. 8,100 damage. It is absolutely amazing, and obviously at this point I believe it's fair to say our team is winning this game to the huge margin. At this point I said there is a chance to get 10,000 damage in this battle, but once again I wish to say everything would be that simple. I know the cow can hit me, I do not really mind. I thought I am going to shoot him once, that's fine. I will take one for the team, this is also fine. And now we can spank him like there is no tomorrow whenever we are going to finish reloading. Speaking about finishing reloading, I am aiming for his cupola. I am missing his cupola, but it doesn't change the fact this gentleman is very nearby to us, and all we need to do, we need to aim properly into his horn and send him to the garage. 9,500 damage. So close to the 10,000, but not close enough. So that is the very first game, the best game which I had with this tank, and everything worked pretty damn well, if you would ask me. Whenever we were needing more penetration, or we did not really wanted to take the risks, we obviously loaded the hits. Whenever we could penetrate, we were going with a standard ammunition, right? So big fat thumbs up from my side. It was a good game, and I remember I was extremely pumped up in this battle overall. Anyways, round number 2, let's go. And this is the second best game. In fact, in this game we got our third mark of excellence, and we pretty much raised it from the 94.9 up to 95.6. So it is very solid game, and you will see everything yourself. Although in this battle we are going to go with heat ammunition quite a bit, considering we have a tier 10 matchmaking. and we are going to deal with the big boys like 279E, like 60TP, Bobject, you name it, right? So I need to be very, very smart here, and this is the very important position to know. If you are playing in the Save Heaven map, if you are a bit taller tank than usual, you can get a lot of benefits from this position overall. Maybe you are playing with a trash burn. You do not need to go in the first line, and you can try to farm the pixels in a way just like we are going to do in this game. So, without further ado, what we need to do in this situation, we need to be very patient and we need to punish enemies crossing. Now you see this 279E went in, and unfortunately our 60TP is side scrapping on kind of wrong corner for us, but in the same time not much what we could do about this. We just simply need to accept this and we need to say, okay, fine, better luck next time, right? It happens. This position might be blocked from the guy who is playing in the right corner, right? And usually from my experience, what I noticed, usually people are side scrapping over there instead of side scrapping in this corner. But don't be tricked about this. We are feeling very, very well and we can spank enemies left, right and center. Unfortunately, RNG in this shot wasn't the finest. Our aim was smooth as a very, very nice but unfortunately we couldn't penetrate him. Meanwhile, how about this one? Easy penetration, 740 in the face of the 279E. And I can tell you one thing, fellas, 279E worst enemy is the high penetration rounds as from this tank destroyer. Whenever you have just a bit of shy of 400 millimeters of the penetration, you can show maximum disrespect for 279E. So you can say poo on your 279E and you can spank them like there is no tomorrow. Unfortunately, in this shot it was looking like we are about to hit the Bobject, but unfortunately we missed our shot, and the main reason being because 279E started side scrapping or he moved back a bit and he pretty much saved his Bobject. So that's the truth and that's the reason why it disappeared. It is not a ghost shell, because I know in the comment section down below it is going to be ghost shell. No, it is not a ghost shell, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, look at this shot and look at this angle. You see that pixel over there? Oh yes, such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pixel. How are you doing? 60TP, enjoying yourself. Kaboom. Beautiful shot to the side of the 60TP, and obviously 60TP as a tank is not bad by any shape or any form, but it is not the finest if someone is just going with a heat ammunition for you. Your shoulders are weak, unfortunately you cannot do the dumbbell press, and yeah, unfortunately the situation is not looking that great for this gentleman. Anyways, we are obviously just starting our journey. We are kind of relaxing and we are kind of chilling. Yes, we are very, very well aware of that we are losing the field, but to be completely honest with you, it doesn't really matter whatsoever. At this point, we just simply need to hold the position and we need to be very, very patient. I can tell you one thing, the best feeling whenever you are playing where I am playing now is whenever you do not have anyone in front of you, right? This is the best situation for you. And not like I am saying E100 you are playing badly, how dare you to block me. It is not the case. It is, I am just saying the fact, you know, how the things are looking the best when you are playing here. Meanwhile, there is EBR who is running through the middle of the field. Not much what we can do about this, and to pre-aim here it is very, very hard because the map is not like a straight road. He is jumping up, he is jumping down, depends on the speed, and it doesn't look that great, okay? Meanwhile, our team is losing the game by 2 tanks and by 3000 hit points. So I can tell you one thing, it is not looking great, and this is not what you want to see, but this is what we need to deal with. And at this point, once again, we are not panicking too much, we are just simply chilling and we are waiting until enemies will make one another mistake. That's the most important thing. Meanwhile, TVP is getting spotted. we are low rolling him, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything because this gentleman is dead, and look at the shot. So close and so far away. I'm speaking about the EBR. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Nah. Papadania indeed. Well, what can I say? His Stalinium wheels are looking pretty damn great, and they are saving him another liter of fuel and of the health, I would say. Anyways, once again, nothing what we can change about this. I know how the things are looking like. I see the object in the side. I am instantly loading the gold ammunition for a object, and there is a reason why we are doing so. And luckily for us, we are eliminating him from the game. Excellent. Meanwhile, there is 279E here as well. And truth to be told, I really do not care about this gentleman, and I am just simply pushing in front as much as I physically and possibly can, right? For obvious reasons. Also, someone reported me for botting, or maybe not. Maybe someone said about that. Their tank doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, we did not penetrate it. Quite easy shot, to be fair with you, but at this point there is no need for us to lay down, and we need to make pressure in front. I-279E, I'm waiting until we are going to have a nice angle, and this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting until he is going to make a bit of pressure, so the angle is going to be a bit better for us. We are out of the heat ammunition, but once again, in this kind of situation, to fight with a 279Es, why would I shoot standards when I can shoot the hits and I can penetrate him with relative ease? Meanwhile, side shot to the Badger. Sweet barbecue, fellas. Sweet barbecue. Nice. At this point, the game is looking kind of winnable. I am waiting until the CBR will try to make a bit of pressure in front. He is doing that. Please, RNG, don't suck a D. 20 hit points CBR. I repeat, 20 hit points CBR. Shame. Meanwhile, Super Conqueror is looking quite touristy, don't you think so? He's pretty much sure I am not going to peek against him, but you know what, joke's on you. I do not have brains, so I am just going in front. Nice. 7,000 damage dealt, hip hip hooray, and now it is the hardest part. They have 3 guys on the field, which is not very good for us by any shape, by any form. And this is quite a hard situation for us, to be completely honest with you. Whenever team has some guns and whenever your reload is very, very long, it is extremely hard to do the things. And now in this kind of situation, it is 1 against the 5. Chance for the Huyabanovs, fellas. Luckily for us, 1-1B did not realize that we are holding an angle. And at this point, I am thinking, yeah, at this point we probably have a chance to win this game and to get some use. I am hoping for the 430U to push in front towards us so we can eliminate him from the game. But I figured it out. I definitely need to go through the bridge, and I need to decap that bloody EBR, because this EBR is holding the... he's pretty much having a humongous advantage, if I can say so, right? The time is in the enemy's hands. Meanwhile, 430U is over there. Understood. Understood. 430U in front. Can we eliminate him from the game? Pay attention at this. I just fired it, and I fired it into the gun. Can you imagine? What a fail. I fired it into the gun of the Badger. Luckily for us, this gentleman do not know how to penetrate us properly, so at least that is something, and we can beat him in the cupola, hip hip hooray. But now we have 27 seconds left, and I believe you noticed we took one for the team from the Mr. Grille, who was sitting somewhere around this area. Now I have 2 options. I can kill this guy, but I decided not to, and I'm trying to go for a base capture. I am very, very well aware of that. I am kind of down to one-shottable and everything, and this art is flexing on us in the end of the game. This game could go completely differently if I would not throw that shot to if I would not show that, if I would not throw that shot for 430U, if we would kill him, then we would have enough time to decap the base, because I wasted pretty much another 20-30 seconds dealing with this guy. But once again, mistakes are happening and nothing what we can change about this. Let's teleport into the scoreboard and you will see 2 best games here. And if you are not getting enough of the 268 version 5, I have a good news for you. Tomorrow we are going to have the live reactions, right, when we played with this tank, and all of the games are going to be great. I can promise you that. All of the games are going to be 7 grand plus pretty much, and you are going to see that in the extra channel. If you are not familiar with that, feel free to check it out. Simply type Skill4ltu Extra. We are having the live content with the lower tiers, we are having the content with the higher tiers as a highlights, and overall sometimes we are having very high tier Saka tier 10s as a highlights after we are finishing marking the tank. So let's go. And we are back, fellas, with a scoreboard. So the very first game, pretty much ideal battle. We were lucky with matchmaking and with everything else. We got ace, we got the high caliber, and we got 1.4 base experience with 9.5 thousand damage. And we made quite a bit of profits as well, although most of the profits are coming from the missions, so keep this in mind. And after that we had the game where we finished at the 3rd mark of excellence with a solid ace, obviously 3rd mark, top gun, sniper schnitzel medal, high caliber, and oh boy, situation could have been completely different if only we would hit the EBR while he is crossing, or roll a bit higher than usual, right? Anyways, it is how it is. That's what we have. We lost 3,000 profits, but I do not really mind this whatsoever. I am feeling proud of my result, and I think we played very well in the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, fellas. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you very much for your time, for tuning in into the streams, for support via Patreon, via join button, via index page, purchasing bananas there. Thank you. There is no words to describe how much I appreciate you, and I hope you are having a bloody great time together with us. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Woo!